team, visit Laitram.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Are you guys ready to get this thing rolling? You guys and gals, boys and girls, dogs and cats, kittens and puppies. Let's get it going on this Thursday afternoon. Boy, days are just flying by, huh? It's already weekend time. For a lot of New Orleanians, Thursday night is like a pre-weekend night. They're going out, they're tying one on, they're having a good time. Thursday night and Sunday night in New Orleans, a lot of people party. And I remember my mom and I went out to dinner, like it was late on a Sunday night, kind of late. 8:30, I'm dropping her off like 9 o'clock at her house and driving back home. People have trucks out with, food trucks and huge barbecue pits that they have to pull with a, truck trailer. And they're grilling and stuff. I'm like, it's 9:30 at night on a Sunday. People are out with drinks in their hands, spilling out of the bars. I'm like, do you people work? And I guarantee you they do. I guarantee you they do. Unbelievable. No, Thursday and Sunday night. Thursday night's like the pre-weekend party day. And Sunday's like, we don't want to end the weekend. Let's do one more night. Crazy. Anyway, the weekend's upon us. Thank goodness. Thursday afternoon edition of the program, 4 o'clock hour coming your way. Every weekday afternoon, we're with you for 2 big hours. 4 to 6 p.m., broadcasting live from the city that care for God, New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the Sugar Bowl, Dixieland Jazz. Oh, wow. Anyway, yeah, broadcasting live from the greatest city in the world, New Orleans. With all our problems and dysfunction, we're still the greatest city in the world. Pretty amazing. Think if we had our Monday through Friday, what together. Think if we had an economy half the size of Austin, Texas, or half the size of Nashville. This place would be unstoppable. The weather's pretty darn good lately. 78 and sunny. I mean, we're in late November. We're a week away from Thanksgiving. 1 week. And it's 78 and sunny. We've had like one cold snap, that thing last week that lasted about 36 hours. Some rain is expected tomorrow. And then Saturday, Sunday, gorgeous weekend. Monday, Tuesday, it continues like 60s in the morning and then creeping up into the 70s, might hit 80. Lots of 60s and 70s after tomorrow's rain. And I don't know how severe the rain's going to be. We'll see. My lawn, my plants could certainly use some agua, some H2O, some water. Cold front next week. We could have a cool turkey day. Might be 40s and 50s by late next week, Thursday, Turkey Day. You know why they call it Turkey Day, huh? Because turkey's a turkey. There's a reason they don't serve turkey at fine dining restaurant establishments. You know why? Because turkey sucks. I'll fill you in on a little secret. Turkey sucks. I like turkey. I think turkey's fine. But why don't we bake a turkey in the middle of the year? Hey, come on over. We baked a turkey. It's March. Hey, we have baked turkey tonight. It's July. What are y'all doing for dinner? Turkey. We have turkey for dinner. I like turkey. I like sliced turkey. But we have been sort of, fooled into this Thanksgiving turkey meal that it's like a high quality meal. No, it's a painfully mediocre meal. Now, I know a lot of you out there are like, hey, man, the tradition, turkey, all that. I hear you. And piping hot turkey with the gravy, fantastic, isn't it? Isn't it great? I put any other protein next to it, you're not touching the turkey. We learned this the hard way, the easy way. When I was a kid, typical Thanksgiving, We had that like GE white double-bladed carving knife, the electric knife. My dad would carve up the turkey. Dark meat, white meat, what do you want? Got gravy. He'd make this great baked macaroni, incredible oyster dressing. It was really good. And then one year, we had turkey with the oyster dressing, with the baked macaroni, great gravy, all of that. And my dad grilled like a dozen New York strips on the old barbecue pit. Everybody took a New York strip. Everybody had a New York strip. And about half the turkey was gone, but half of it wasn't. I mean, normally we knock out the whole bird. Half the turkey remained. The next year, my dad did lamb chops. And the turkey kind of just sat pretty untouched. By year 3 of this experiment, I think it was a pork crown roast with a great decadent gravy. Not a turkey on the table. Still the oyster dressing, fantastic. Still the baked macaroni, still the dirty rice, just no turkey. You want to know why? Because turkey sucks. You want to know the only thing worse than turkey? Turducken. And the first 4 letters of that word, that name, turducken, the first 4 letters say it all about that. No, there's a reason fine dining establishments do not sell turkey. Because between you and I, a little secret, turkey sucks. 766-9480. 766-9480. Nothing wrong with a nice turkey at Thanksgiving, unless there's fried shrimp next to it, or speckled trout, or a pork loin, or New York strips, or lamb chops, or soft shell crabs. You could have like a certain chicken dish, like some kind of great baked chicken dish. I might prefer that over turkey. I'd probably take that over turkey. Mario Brothers has a sickening, just disgusted look on his face. He's smirking at me. He's rolling his eyes. He's shaking his head. What's up, Mario Brothers, you traditionalist?
I don't know if I'm doing all that, but I think turkey is just it's a really good complement to everything else you're eating. You know, I don't think it's necessarily the star attraction, but I think it goes good with like all the fixings of things.
Oh, no, you're right about that, because it's sort of plain Jane, you know, especially the white meat.
A little bit.
It's not the most flavorful stuff.
Yeah.
You put the gravy on it, but no, you get I like all the sides, especially in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oyster dressing and dirty rice.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, those are like Thanksgiving tradition down here. Go outside, you know, the metro, outside of Cajun country, outside of Southeast Louisiana.
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing oyster dressing and dirty rice.
No, agreed. It's fun to do, and it's fun to do with multiple like different families, I guess, because different people do it different ways.
No, I dated girls that had like divorced parents.
Yeah.
So like we're going to my house, and then we're going to the mom on her side and the dad on her side. It's like 3 meals.
Yeah.
But like nighttime, you're just like, you just can't even move, you know?
You got to pace yourself, man. It's a marathon.
No, you do.
Not a race.
It is. You got to be the turtle, not the rabbit. And you got to just eat smaller portions because you're having 3 full meals.
Exactly.
But then, you know, grandma shows up, put more on the plate. What are you supposed to do, you know?
That's what I was about to say. It's tempting to just load up your plate because it's so good. And, you know, you don't really have a limit.
Yep. Mario Brothers, I'm going with my brother and a couple of friends on Thanksgiving Day. We're going to go to a fine dining restaurant in New Orleans. We're going to the Chop House on Magazine and get some slabs, New York strip or ribeye, or, you know, the old regular steakhouse sides, cream spinach, you know, Lyonnaise potatoes au gratin, onion rings.
That's cool.
Those kind of things. That's our Thanksgiving.
That's cool, man. Obviously, I prefer to be at home or in a home setting, but
Me too. I would too.
I've been to some nice places on the road when I've had to go travel with the Saints because they played on Thanksgiving before in the last few years.
Last Thanksgiving, me, my brother, my mom, a buddy of ours, we went to Mr. B's in the French Quarter. Mario, when I was a kid, there were no restaurants open on Thanksgiving. 0. The only, I remember I had some friends that, you know, had divorced, you know, parents. And so they had to they didn't have a single house to go to. They would go to the hotel restaurant. Like on Thanksgiving, New Orleans's hotel restaurants, because they have to be open for the hotel guests, that's where the locals would go. There wasn't a single restaurant 30 plus years ago that was open in Metro New Orleans on Thanksgiving Day or Christmas. Now it's the opposite. I think a lot of divorces, that kind of thing, got it going. And then not a nuclear family, not a tight nuclear family.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think Christmas is a little different than Thanksgiving. Christmas, you'll be harder to find like a lot of open stuff. But Thanksgiving, the entire holiday is kind of based around food. So I guess some restaurants will take advantage. And
it used to be zero. It's Thanksgiving. No one's coming to our restaurant. They're eating at home. Now it's the opposite. A lot of folks still eating at home, but a lot of folks, a huge percentage, go to restaurants like me. It's just hard for us to cook. We could go to my sister's, but then she's got her in-laws and all these nieces and nephews, all that, it's just me, my mom, my brother, whatever.
Yeah, for smaller families, it'd be a lot easier to just eat out. If not, you got to get a bunch of stuff together.
I do miss the former wife who was Greek and her mom's spread. She'd do the turkey and great gravy, but then all this Greek stuff, like spanakopita and taropita and just all kind of good stuff. I mean, it was like lasagna, Greek lasagna, had a bechamel sauce on it, pastizio. I mean, this stuff's just damn good. Really good. All fresh made. It'd be like 11:30 at night, and she'd be in the kitchen, former mother-in-law. What a great lady she is. What a positive force. Yeah, I miss those Thanksgiving meals. I miss her meals, period. She could just flat out cook. It's crazy. Greek, what do you expect? Those Mediterranean women can cook. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday. Yeah, you right. Yeah, turkey sucks. Coming right back, you turducken. You stuffed turducken.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End. Not a politician or part of a political machine. Corey Johnson.
I propose that I use what's left of the town treasury to move to a more prosperous town and run for mayor.
In Metro New Orleans on 93.9 FM and 107.9 FM.
That's a good call. Corey Johnson back at you. Speaking of a good call, 766-9480. That's how you dial us up. 766-9480. It's the Neutral Ground every weekday afternoon, 4 to 6 o'clock on radio, on television, on YouTube, on X, right now, on Twitter, X Live, on YouTube Live, radio live, television live. Find out specifically where, links, connections, all the info. CoreyTalks.com, our website. CoreyTalks.com. Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latin X at the controls. Also fielding your phone calls, 766-9480. We get to tap into his sports brain every now and then. Mario Brothers, a couple of questions. LSU, who's LSU going to get to coach them? And Tulane, how do they keep the coach from leaving? Those are the two big questions. LSU's looking for a coach. Tulane's trying to keep their coach.
Yeah, LSU, I don't think anything's going to pop off there for a while. I was talking about this with a friend yesterday, and Osbury said publicly that if they do go for a coach that's still coaching like through the college football playoff, they would still hire him whenever he's done with the season, like even though they'd missed the first signing day period in January.
And even maybe some transfer portal.
Exactly. So I think LSU, you're not really going to hear any news there for a while. So if it is Lane Kiffin or whoever, is still coaching a college football playoff team.
Depending if they leave or not.
Exactly.
It's depending if they say the assistant can coach the playoff team. I'm leaving.
Exactly.
You never know. Lane Kiffin's done some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
The Tennessee to USC to the Raiders, just, all over the place.
Yeah, but LSU should evaluate all options. Maybe they get somebody who's not as big of a name and hire him sooner so he is in place for all the recruiting benchmarks.
I mean, one thing I think we can clearly say, Mario Brothers, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lane Kiffin is in play.
I think so.
Lane Kiffin did not say, I am not going anywhere. I love Ole Miss. I have no desire to coach anywhere else. This season and next season, I will be coaching Ole Miss unless they fire me.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, my personal opinion is he's not going to leave, and all this is for show.
He may not. It may just be to bump up his salary.
Exactly.
It's Jimmy Sexton's the agent. He knows how to play the game.
I do feel for Ole Miss fans a little bit that they got to go through this. Like, he is being very, very coy.
Well, if he's playing that game, that he's strictly staying in Ole Miss, and this is all a farce, then Sexton and him get together and say, we're going to put your family on a plane. And we're going to fly him to Gainesville on Sunday. And then on Monday, we're going to fly him to Baton Rouge. And that seems like reality. Those are facts that Lane Kiffin's former wife and kids and some other family members went to Gainesville, and then the next day they were in Baton Rouge. Is that right?
Yeah, that is right. And they asked him about that on like the SEC coaches teleconference, and he just kept saying he's not going to talk about other jobs, but he didn't deny that happened.
No. So my point is it's definitely alive. It's definitely a possibility. Yeah. You're right. It could be after the fact. We'll look back Monday quarterbacking and going, it was never alive. He was strictly doing it to leverage more money out of Ole Miss. Never wanted to leave Ole Miss. I was reading something today that is Knox Kiffin, whatever his kid, has enrolled at U High in Baton Rouge,
Yeah, exactly. And I had heard they were touring high schools in Gainesville too, because his kid is a sophomore in high school, I think.
Yeah, QB, I think.
Yeah, so he'd have 2 more years of playing quarterback on that level. But yeah, it's definitely in play.
And then you look at Tulane, and it's just biting your fingernails that you don't lose John Sumrall. You hope it's like last year where it didn't fit right. A couple of jobs he turned down last year,
Yeah,
reportedly.
it is what it is. Honestly, if you want, you can compare it to Les Miles in '07. Like there was a lot of smoke that he was going to Michigan,
But he's got to go coach his damn good football team.
Exactly.
And then they went and ripped Georgia in
Yeah.
the SEC title game.
That's pretty much exactly what Summerall's been saying, in different words, that his focus is on Tulane and he doesn't want them to get complacent and all this. And at the end of the day, if they just win the rest of their games, they're in the playoffs. So, yeah, all the smoke around Summerall is inevitable, but, enjoy the moment.
That was the national title year, too, for Les Miles, right?
Yeah.
The coaching my damn good football team.
07.
It's just that's some great stuff with Miles back then.
Yeah,
that was a good press
I
conference.
think it's been reported since then that he actually was going to go to Michigan, but ESPN, blew the lid on it, and he got really mad about that. And kind of just to smite ESPN, he stayed at LSU. So
or maybe like, hey, Michigan, how did y'all let this get leaked?
Yeah, either way,
my side didn't leak it.
Exactly. Either way, just to prove the report wrong and to be there for his team, which at the time he didn't know they were in play for a championship. But
at that time, I mean, 07, 08, he would have gone to Michigan and had a really good run.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, he would have recruited like he recruited at LSU, and that offense that we're critical of down here, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's Michigan.
Yeah.
It's Bo Schembechler. They would embrace that.
Well, 2007, that style of football was good enough to win the championship.
Exactly. Are you kidding me? Plus all the other years, they were totally relevant.
Exactly.
That style of football was fine.
Mid 2010s is when the spread, kind of came to be and the game really changed. But back then, that style of football was, was a good style.
But then, I mean, you look at those 2 years of Mettenberger, he was throwing the ball all over the place.
Yeah.
That was a prolific offense both years.
I think that was just an anomaly, though, because they had really good receivers.
And you had Mettenberger.
Yeah.
You had this stud NFL type QB, big, tall in the pocket, could fling it all over the field.
And you had 2,000-yard guys with Landry and Beckham, who were good in the NFL at one point, but college, they were both elite.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. No, I hope Tulane can keep John Sumrall. I mean, ideally, LSU gets Lane Kiffin and Tulane keeps John Sumrall. That would be like dream scenario for fans like me that are fans of both programs.
Exactly. Hopefully so. But either way, if I'm Tulane, all that's going to happen inevitably. But just enjoy the moment. If you win the next couple games, you're in the college football playoff.
No, that's what's absolutely amazing. And one bright side about this, like this is year 2 of Sumrall. They lost their last 3 last year. He admits he was distracted with the coaching, people coming after him, potential job at North Carolina, elsewhere. So he's sort of, I think, figuring out how to work with that this year. He experienced it last year, admits he did not handle it right. So I think he's the kind of guy that corrects himself and doesn't make the same mistake twice.
Well, last year's team, I think, had more distractions too because of the players. Like there might be some guys that are, flirting with transferring somewhere else. But you had the quarterback who was, one of the star guys.
Mensa to Duke for $8 million or
exactly.
whatever. You're running back to Oregon. No, it's
he had, and you talk to guys around the team, they'll say like he had one foot out the door towards the end. Same with Mekhi Hughes in Oregon. Although with him, it was just they were really just throwing a ton of money at him. You couldn't say
no,
that.
He rode the bench all year.
But those are like their 2 main guys, and that combined with the smoke around Summerall really kind of did him in. This year, there's a little smoke around Summerall, but there's not enough. There's not as much smoke around some of the players with transfer portal.
Still got to earn it. I mean, Temple's 500. It's on the road in Philly. They would like nothing more than to knock Tulane out of the playoff picture.
Yeah,
and get above 500, and they're a viable team. They don't suck.
Exactly. And as much as we've been praising Tulane and their fans should be proud of the moment, all that's still true, but Tulane is still not that good. Summerall even said in a press conference the other day, I don't know if you saw, but he was like, we're an average football team. And
yeah, it hasn't come together fully like he thought it would.
Exactly. And I mean, you just look at their schedule. They haven't had the toughest schedule, but they've taken care of it. The 2 losses that they've had still keep them in play, but it's not like they're infallible. It's not like they can go in there expecting to just kind of smoke any team.
So what would they got? Temple, and then who's after Temple?
Let's see.
Temple, I forget.
Somebody at home. Not that good. They played FAU already.
Yeah, it's not Navy it's not Navy.
No, they play Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
All right, and Charlotte's like sub 500.
They're 1-9.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah.
So the Temple game's the big one, and then who's in second place in the conference that Tulane would play at Yulman for the championship?
As of now, I think it's between a couple teams. The Navy's in first place. It says tied with Tulane, and then North Texas. No, North Texas in first place, and Tulane's tied for second with Navy. So it'd be North Texas and Tulane if they went out.
Wait, North Texas is the number 1 team right now?
Yeah, North Texas having a good season.
What's their record?
They are 9-1, 5-1 in the conference.
Jeez,
Their quarterback is Josh McCown's son.
it's amazing. Texas isn't getting top 25 votes.
Yeah, a lot of their fans on Twitter are actually pretty peeved about that, but they're having a very good season. And like I said, their quarterback is Josh McCown's son. Luke McCown was the backup quarterback on the Saints for a few years.
Nice.
That's his nephew.
Wow.
Yep.
That's Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latin X. Yeah, who's LSU going to get as their head football coach? And can Tulane retain their head football coach? Tomorrow, Fantasy Friday edition of the program. Every Friday, Michael Hecht from Greater New Orleans Inc. joins us, hopefully with some good economic news tomorrow. That segment with Michael Hecht from Greater New Orleans Inc. every Friday, brought to you by Latrim, the global manufacturing giant that's born, based, bred right here in New Orleans. That Elmwood facility, over 100 acres dedicated to Latrim, Interlocks, La Paire Stair, over 100 acres, about 1,400 plus employees out in Elmwood. It's Latrim land out there. On the North Shore, right off I-12, another Latrim facility. So you East Bankers, you West Bankers, Latrim's got you covered with their facility in Elmwood under the UEP Long Bridge. You North Shore folks, you want to work for a great company like Latrim, but don't want to cross the lake every day, ideally? You can go to their I-12 facility and work there. For a full listing of positions available at Latrim, go to their website, latrim.com. Latrim spelled L-A-I-T-R-A-M, latrim.com. A lot of you folks, New Year's resolution, I'm going to jettison this old job, this old career. I'm tired of it. Looking for something new. Latrim.com. Check out all the jobs. And by the way, it's never like 2 or 3 job openings on the website. It's dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens. The last time I was on the website and looked, 60 plus jobs available. 60. A job for you, a career for you at Latrim. Thursday afternoon edition of the program. 1 week away from Thanksgiving 2025. Yeah, you right. Might have a cold Thanksgiving. Cool front expected mid to late next week. Might have 40s and 50s for Thanksgiving. I'd have no problem with that. Kind of makes Thanksgiving a little more, realistic for us. Walk outside and it's like today, 78 and sunny. I'll take that too, but a cold Thanksgiving seems to fit a little better. Some rain expected tomorrow. The weekend looks really good. Saturday, Sunday, even into next week, Monday, Tuesday, lots of 60s and 70s. Corey Johnson with you. You're on the neutral ground. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, real quick, if you're tired of your dry cleaner and want to experience the best, youngsdrycleaning.com. That's all you need to know. youngsdrycleaning.com.
Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, insagency.com. Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, insagency.com.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Interlocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Interlocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Interlocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latram.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Uptown, Carrollton, Riverbend, Holly Grove, Kirktown, Gentilly, Lakefront, West Bank, Lakeview. It's Corey Johnson on the neutral ground, where New Orleans is heard.
Yeah, you right. Welcome back on a Thursday afternoon. Corey Johnson with you. Wide open. 766-9480 is the phone number if you'd like to get in the game. 766-9480. It is a little after 4:30. It is a Thursday. Talking a little fitness, a little nutrition. Bradley Schneller joins us. He's the owner, operator, head coach. He sets up all the workouts. He's the trainer. He's the guy. StackedCoaching.com is the website. StackedCoaching.com. His gym is on River Road by Arnold, River Road by Shrewsbury, not far from Oxnard. What's up, Bradley?
What's happening, Corey, man? How are you?
Doing well. Yourself?
Just getting a little walk in, enjoying this nice weather here.
You still have some steps to go to reach 10,000.
I do. I mean, I always want to get a little bit over 10,000. Makes me feel a lot better about my day. But yeah, still got another 2K to go. So I'm
wow.
in right now.
10,000 steps. You do that every day, Bradley?
Yeah, it's the goal.
What, like you walk a mile, how many steps is that?
It's about 2,000.
Okay. Wow. So you got to put in about 5 miles a day.
If I run a mile, it's about 600. 1,600 steps. If I walk, it's about 2,000. But I mean, look, all of that is relative, right? Like if I run a mile versus walk a mile, I am going to get a much bigger energy expenditure. So all this is kind of relative and just gives me an idea of how active I've been throughout the day.
Why 10,000 steps?
I mean, honestly, it's kind of arbitrary, right? Like a lot of research will tell you, minimum you want to get 7,000-8,000 steps a day. Just from a metabolic standpoint, 10 seems to me like a little bit extra credit. If I am trying to lose weight, I try to walk 12 to 15,000 steps a day.
Wow.
Now, like this is difficult depending on your situation. Like some days it's easy to get 15,000 steps. Some days without trying, I get 20,000 steps. Right. And then other days it's difficult to get 8. I find myself at the end of the day having to take a 20-30 minute walk just to get 8 in.
When you're hitting like 15 or 20,000, what activities got you there?
Yeah, I mean, it might have been like a busy day at the gym, running a lot of errands, going to, different soccer practices with my kids or playing outdoors with them, maybe playing a couple hours of pickleball. and then doing some yard work or just being active around the house. You add all that stuff together in a single day and maybe one additional walk, it's pretty easy to get 15,000.
You have a watch that keeps track?
Yeah, I use a Garmin. I originally got the Garmin because I wanted to take a break from Apple being able to reach me in every single way.
Yeah, I hear that.
But yeah, I like it. It's pretty accurate. And it just keeps me in check.
Swimming, cycling, how do you convert that to steps?
You don't, right? So like it somewhat keeps track, but there will be like an energy burn on there that your watch will like track. But if I like did a weightlifting workout and then swam like for a half hour, I'm not really worried about what my watch says, right? And so that's where I mean, like it's all relative. Like let's say I spent some time at the gym and decided to do a rowing workout, and that rowing workout took 20 to 30 minutes. Well, I'm going to care less about my steps because I know it didn't track that, but I still got a lot in.
Yeah.
So then maybe I'm just trying to hit 7,000, 8,000 steps.
What do you think, like one of the hour workouts at your gym at stackedcoaching.com, how many steps would the average workout encompass?
It depends. If we're doing a lot of weightlifting, I would say probably less than 1,200, 1,500 steps. You know, if we're doing more of a cardiovascular workout that has running in it, I see anywhere up to about 3,000 steps.
Wow.
All right. It just depends. On a Sunday endurance class, you might hit 4 in an hour.
Yep.
It depends on the workout. But again, like I want to tell everybody, it's all relative, right? So like if I have a really hard weightlifting day and I still hit 8,000 to 10,000 steps, I feel pretty accomplished. If I don't do weightlifting that day, like let's say it's a Saturday or Sunday, those are typically I take those days off, mostly because of my kids' schedule. And I do believe in rest. Everyone knows that. Then I might try to hit 12 to 15,000 steps just for a little bit extra activity since I didn't lift weights.
And just to kind of wrap it up, if I were to walk for me, anyone, the average person, for an hour straight, I'm guessing that's about 4 miles, and that would be about 8,000 steps.
I mean, if you'd have to walk pretty fast to get those.
Okay, so in an hour, you're not getting 4 miles, and you might get 3 miles in an hour.
Yeah, I say you get three and some change, right? You should get over 6,000 to 7,000 steps. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Which, look, like it is real easy if you were active. Like, let's say, for example, I'm doing laundry, right? One of my big tricks in order to get more activity or steps in is I will fold all my clothes in my living room. I will have them in piles. And instead of like putting all the clothes into a laundry basket and then bringing them to one room, I take one pile at a time all around the house.
Wow.
And it's a good way to get extra steps in while I'm doing chores around the house.
Wow.
And that can give me, just by doing laundry, like that folding and putting away clothes, an extra 1,000 steps.
No, that's interesting. Bradley Sneller's with us. Stackedcoaching.com's the website. Go to the website, check it out. Set up a consultation with Bradley. If you're looking to get in shape, you're looking to, slim down. It's all about fitness and nutrition at Stacked Coaching. Fitness and nutrition.
Lifestyle.
And lifestyle, you're right.
That's what I've always trying to do on this show, especially when we're just talking about steps here. Like, it is an overall active lifestyle. And you know if you have one or not, right? And so you take these little small steps to change that to the better.
What was that line that I came up with for you that I'm not quite there yet, Bradley. I'm trying to get there, but let's see if I got it in my phone.
You're pretty there, Corey. You like walk after your workouts now. You're there.
Let's see. Oh, this is a
stand most of the time during your radio show. That's pretty active.
I do what?
You stand most of the time during your radio show?
Yeah, no, I get up and move around. You're right. Let's see. It's Stacked Coaching. I didn't want to, this isn't what I'm talking about, but this is a good one. At Stacked Coaching, we often say, lift for shape, move for health, eat for your goals. You said that?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
What's lift for shape mean?
Body composition, right? Like when people, especially women, say I want to look toned, what they mean is I want my muscle mass or my muscles to show. Now, how big they are, all this stuff is relative to everyone's, that beauty is in the eye of the beholder there. But if you want to be toned, you have to increase your muscle mass. In order to do that, you have to lift weights.
Move for health. That's the 10,000 steps, right?
Yeah, cardiovascular health, metabolic health, activity, movement, what people call cardio. And you need a lot less of it in a week than most people think, and a lot of people overdo it, but you still need it.
Eat for your goals. Explain that one.
Yeah, so let's say you have a performance goal, right? Like I want to be better at, like our friend Joe Post, who just finished his Ironman.
Yeah.
Well, you have to fuel properly, not only for the race, but for training as well. And the same can be said for any other particular goal you might have, like whether it's like, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. Well, that's controlled by your nutrition. Oh, I want to gain muscle, right? Well, if you are not fueling properly, it's going to be a lot harder to gain that muscle and tone up.
Boy, Joe Post, he's a badass, huh?
Totally.
I mean,
55 years old.
Exactly.
Finished his first Ironman after last year breaking his collarbone in a triathlon.
No, exactly. He's 55 going on 30. It's ridiculous.
I love it.
Yep. No, that's stacked. Here's the line I came up with stacked. You can put it on a t-shirt, Bradley. You don't have to pay me a thing. And this is the line I'm saying where most of the people in the gym are this, and I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. Stacked. It's not what I do. It's who I am.
Buddy, you're there. You were there. I think it's hard for you to see it, but I watch you every single day. The weight you're lifting, your progression, things are becoming easier. You were there. You've made changes to your nutrition, changes to your fitness. You've done it consistently over a year, coming up on 2 years here in a little bit. And that you are what we say is stacked.
Hey, Bradley, real quick. We only got about a minute, about 90 seconds. We'll break this down in more detail next week. We've done it in the past. In an hour, tell us the 5 little things that make up a stacked workout.
Yeah, we do a warm up, 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, activate our muscles, get us nice and loose. Okay, get us ready to go. Then we transition into what we call the hot start, where we want to raise your heart rate. Okay, as well as start priming your muscles with a little bit of weight. And then we do our strength session, okay, followed by some accessory work. And then we do at the end what is called metabolic conditioning, which is your cardiovascular health.
And so it's warm up, hot start, strength, accessory, Metcon, huh?
Yes, sir.
And that's all what, in 48 minutes to an hour?
No, that takes about an hour, but if the class is a little rambunctious, it takes a little bit over an hour.
Yep.
And sometimes I get overzealous and program the session to go past an hour.
Yeah, sometimes you come in and you have to cut it back. I got a little crazy. Don't do 20, do 15.
Yes, of course.
Hey, anybody can call you. Anyone can go to the website. You'll talk to anyone at no charge for a consultation. Show them what it's all about, right?
Yeah, look, I love talking about health and fitness. I talked to my Uber driver the other day, sitting in the parking lot of my building for 30 minutes about weight loss. It is my favorite thing to do, is to talk about health and nutrition and how it pertains to you. So give me a call. I'm here to give out free advice all the time.
Yep, he's an expert, knows it as well as anyone. StackedCoaching.com. Thank you, Bradley.
Artificial turf, custom golf putting greens. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
When USA Today ranked the 10 best must-visit New Orleans restaurants for travelers, Mid-City's own Katie's made the list. USA Today says Scott Craig is chef-owner at Katie's, a much-loved Creole-Italian eatery that draws armies of regulars for lunch, brunch, and dinner. A neighborhood spot where locals congregate and New Orleans-style hospitality rules. Indeed it does. Katie's in Mid-City.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
New Orleans talk giant Corey Johnson on the neutral ground.
I'll have the entire city of New Orleans in the palm of my hand.
Every weekday afternoon on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333 from 4 p.m. to 5:30.
Hey, if you need gutters for your home or business, Audubon Gutters. New Orleans' own Audubon Gutters for 35 years. The Gulf South's largest, the Gulf South's most experienced gutter installation company. All they do are gutters. They don't paint, they don't do roofs, they don't do siding, they don't do windows. And the gutters they install feature the Leaf Guard system, the only one-piece seamless debris shedding gutter on the market. It's not a screen or a cover that clogs up. It's the Leaf Guard system. AudubonGutters.com. You need gutters for your home or business? AudubonGutters.com. Thursday afternoon edition of the program. Creeping up on 5 p.m. Let's toss this guy a bone, because this cat cares about dogs and cats and kittens and puppies and horses and goats, Mardi Gras horses, all kind of animals. Came down here about 35 plus years ago to help out Louisiana. We really don't treat animals humanely. One of the worst states in America on how we treat animals. Just a fact. Still have dog fighting and cockfighting. We have 64 parishes and half of them don't have any shelters. Some that have shelters shut down the shelters because they don't have money or funding or don't care. So no, we kind of half-ass it in Louisiana when it comes to animals, and it's embarrassing. It's pathetic. A lot of people feel, maybe you don't, but a lot of people do, they judge a society on how it treats its animals. And Louisiana does a crappy job. And maybe that's why we're bad with economy, bad with education, bad with infrastructure, high crime, high cancer rate. Yeah, maybe it all just lines up. We're supposed to be bad with animals because we're bad at a lot of stuff that matters. Let's try to do better. This guy deserves our attention, deserves our respect, because he never left when he came down here 35 years ago. I mean, I worry about Jeff, honestly, like PTSD because of all the traumatic stuff he's seen over the years, over the decades of animal abuse, animal neglect, just inhumane treatment of animals. It's got to be taxing on it. It's got to be trying. So let's give him our attention. Jeff Dorson from the Humane Society of Louisiana joins us again. What you say, Jeff?
Boy, heck of an intro. I can't top that, but part of it's very true. I've been here a while, and I'm hoping to see some progress. And this, man, we're still paddling in circles. I sent you pictures of what's happening in Bogalusa. They used to have animal control. They cut services last year, and now there's starving dogs lined up at Sonic fast food restaurants hoping for a meal.
Wow.
No way to conduct business.
No, it's not. And you know, I'm not dogging anyone that's going to give them a Sonic burger or fries or anything. These dogs are hungry. That will keep them alive, but it's not nutritious. It's not good for the dogs. It's not sustainable.
Yeah, and it's not a very pleasant sight. You want your family out for a meal, and there's 4 dogs waiting to be fed. I just feel like, surely, if people look at that, they should say to themselves, something's wrong with this picture, and not drive away. Call the mayor, your city council. Hey, mayor, come to Sonic. There are 4 starving dogs and probably hundreds more just like it. We've got to figure this out and stop ignoring it.
Yeah, and darting them and tranquilizing them and putting them down is not the answer.
Yeah, we got to pay attention to this stuff. It's too easy to say it's not my problem. What happens if you just say, hey, I want to help. I can be responsible for a few. What can we do as a team, as a community? I'd like to hear more about that. And I don't hear that very often from elected officials.
No, and the sad part is it's an easy solution, Jeff.
It can be. You're absolutely right. But it takes time and resources and sweat.
Yep.
And so I'm going to call the mayor. I think he's like 25, 26. I said, just drive around with me, mayor, and see what you see.
Yeah.
And let's do something about it.
No, he's a young mayor. He's like in his early 20s.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's in a little bit of hot water, but he still has time to make a difference.
No, that's how you sell him on it. You need some goodwill. You need to change the direction of what people think when they see you right now. You need to go save these animals. That would just be a positive, a feather in your cap.
Yep, and the city council too. They're going to hear from me. Come do a ride along. This is your town. I don't live there, but I'm willing to help. How about you?
Yep.
Can we do something about this? It's not going well. So I hate to be honest, but all my efforts aren't going to make much of a difference.
No, you're wrong on that. Your efforts do make a difference because you've saved tens of thousands of animals. The big picture, like changing the state, the mentality of the citizens, that's an uphill battle, but you've made progress there too. I don't know if you're hearing Jeff's voice. He is passionate about animals. He's emphatic about it. He finds out about Bogalusa, an hour north of New Orleans, an hour and 20 minutes north of New Orleans, finds out they have major problems. He's going to go up there and visit with the mayor and the council. I mean, I when I hear someone like Jeff and it's about animals, God's creatures, if you will, I don't know how you can't go to humanela.org right now, humanela.org, and donate $5, $10, $20, and help this guy out who's only trying to help us. Or you can be like, I don't give a crap. The hell with the animals in Bogalusa and at the Sonic. That's their problem. And you can stick your head in the sand, or you can step up and be a good person and help out this good person who's trying to do good. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Well, you put it in a very nice, succinct way. That's all we ever wanted. And there's room. Come join us. You're right, $5 or $10. That's a start. You're investing in our whole state to try and change our image from we don't care to, hey, A lot of us do, but you have to do something about it. Caring's not going to win the day. Action will, and strategic action really will.
Yep.
So join us. There is room at the table for everybody.
No, Jeff would really love volunteers, people that, feet on the ground that can help. That's tremendous. But Jeff's giving all of us, including me, an easy way out. We can take the easy way out. Just go to humanela.org and give 5, 10, 20, 50, $100, and you can go to sleep tonight and feel good about it. And we took the easy way out, and Jeff's going to do all the heavy lifting. So I don't know what more to say. humanela.org. Please donate. Be a good person, and let's save a bunch of animals, for crying out loud.
Nice. Good way to put it. And thanks to you for every single week giving us 5 minutes, because a lot of radio shows, TV, they continue to overlook it, and it's right in front of us. Animal welfare is an essential service. There's Blue Boy.
That Blue Boy. I like animals, Jeff. They're great. Completes my life. I think it's just a beautiful thing. All animals. Got to do a better job with all animals. Anyway, humanela.org is the website. Please go donate. Jeff, you're the man.
Bless you. Bye, brother.
Yeah, you're right. Jeff Dorson, humanela.org. Go to the site right now and donate right now.
Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 5 p.m.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSAgency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSAgency.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Oh, to be 31 years old. Mario Brothers going over to Mommy's house. They're having Popeyes. And he's fired up about it. Like, that's when you fired up about it? Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, nothing wrong with that.
I think a lot wrong with that. Popeyes, red beans and rice, mashed potatoes, French fries, biscuits.
Biscuits, yes.
Wow. And you're fired up about it.
I am. I'm
Your
excited.
mom's excited? Or she doesn't really care
I'm
either
sure
way?
she is. No, she likes Popeyes.
She likes Popeyes?
She likes Popeyes. We don't eat it that much, honestly, but when we do, you know, we enjoy
I
it.
used to love Popeyes when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And even like, you know, up until about 15, 20 years ago. But Mario Brothers, this is just old people crap when I'm saying this, you know. I'm sure there are things that you're like, man, when I was 10,
Yeah.
it was so much better. Now that I'm 30, I don't like Joe Blow's snowballs anymore.
So
whatever.
Unpopular. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say names, but like some places make you feel bad. It's fried food, but it's not flavorful.
You can
enough.
say names. I like that. You don't want to?
Yeah, I'd rather not. It's some places, maybe some chicken places are not flavorful enough for it to be worth it, you know. But
He's talking about the Spanish place on Williams and I-10.
But Popeyes, you know, you might be hurting, but it's worth it.
How is that joint in Kenner, the Latino fast food chicken joint, the one that's from South America? Yeah, that's from like where? Where's that, from Guatemala or something?
I think Guatemala or Honduras. It originated somewhere Central America.
Is it pretty good?
It's okay, but honestly, it's not nearly as good as the actual one in Central America, like in Guatemala. Like it's really good.
Yeah,
Interesting. Maybe not quite as good as Popeyes, but really good. But the one on Williams is kind of like a knockoff. Like it's not as.
Mario, I mean, you know my drill. I'll eat Chick-fil-A occasionally, and I just think it's very overrated, and I think it's salty as hell. You know, I had a cookie and cream shake about a week ago. I'm like, this thing's crack, man. This is, you know, tobacco. I'm just addicted to this. You know, it's incredible. 97 grams of sugar in that shake.
Wow.
A Coke has a 12-ounce Coke, which has an obnoxious amount of sugar, has 39 grams.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So this shake has 97, like almost triple what a Coke has in sugar, and about the same amount of product, about 12, 15 ounces.
Yeah.
And it's got 2.5 times the sugar of a Coke. I'm like, so it's got sugar in the, whatever the ice cream is. I don't think it's actually ice cream. I think it's like a Chick-fil-A. It's got less butter fat. It's called Ice Dream, I think, in that their
Ice
product.
Dream.
I think it is. It's not
I know
ice
what
cream. It's not an ice cream product because it doesn't have enough butter fat.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But it's got a lot of sugar piped into it. Then it's got whipped cream, which has a lot of sugar piped into it. And then I think they use simple syrup as well, the watered sugar. And they add that to it. It's just a sugary mess. You go into a sugar coma.
Yeah, it's way too sweet for me.
It's ridiculously sweet.
I'm good.
And then the food is ridiculously salty, I think. Yeah. And I'm not into that pressure cooking gimmick. I don't think it makes it crispy. That's just me.
I hear you. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. I'll eat it because I think it's clean. I think it's relatively fresh. I think Chick-fil-A does a good job. They're like fast food on steroids.
Yeah.
I go to Cane's because it's fresh chicken fingers, and I get them naked, no batter.
Yeah.
So it's just little fried chicken nugget things, kind of basically.
Well, I think Chick-fil-A has a strong sauce game too. Like they have
A lot of
variety
sauces.
of good sauces.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Chick-fil-A sauce and the Polynesian. Like it's not just one sauce.
But I'm not eating McDonald's piece of meat like a Big Mac or a quarter pounder. I'm not eating Burger King meat, Rallies, Checkers, none of that. I've never been to Taco Bell in my life.
The burger places I try to avoid. Honestly, the only place I'll go out of my way to eat is Burger King. I just like the charbroiled.
Well, no. I think Burger King has a great gimmick going with the char grilled. I think what they should have is better meat.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it would be really good.
It'd
be really good. I'd pay $15 for a Burger King burger that I knew was fresh, good meat.
Well, when you get it, you're right. They should have better quality meat, but when you get it fresh or you ask
Oh, no,
them to-
FOB. You get it off the broiler.
Yeah.
That was my gimmick years ago.
when you
decades
ask them to
ago.
do that, it's still
Yep.
pretty good.
No, it's a lot better. It's piping hot and it's flame broiled. It's pretty good. Just the meat, I think, sort of inferior. And what's the other fast food I was about to Yeah, Jack in the Box. Never been. What a burger to avoid. I've never been to that. What else is there? Baton Rouge is like a fast food, fast casual test market. Do you know that?
I do know that.
I mean, they got Jack in the Box, they got Hardee's, got all the stuff that New Orleans doesn't have.
Yeah, you told me that. That's interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I think it's like 6 test markets in America, and Baton Rouge is one of them.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know why.
No, but you see all those chain places pop up.
All over the place. They pop up all the time. They close in a few years. There's one.
Yeah.
Not a chain, not 6 of them in
I
the
don't know.
market.
I don't mind going to chain places. The service is good. You're going to get good quality food. Just some of them have tapered off in recent years, but I don't like Baton Rouge has a BJ's Brew House. I think it's really good.
How's like Applebee's?
Applebee's, it like I said, it varies. Some of them have a good staff, and what you're
I've
gonna
never
get.
eaten at an Applebee's.
It's not great, but it's cheap and consistent.
I went to an Applebee's on a Sunday in Sandestin 30 years ago because they serve beer and alcohol.
There you go.
On a Sunday. TGI Fridays. I think I went to once after a hurricane, got like a chicken breast.
TGI Fridays just have good appetizers, in my opinion.
Yep.
Strong appetizers.
People tell me I've never been to, I've been to Outback. I just think it's kind of mediocre, but a lot of people like it. Someone told me Texas Roadhouse kicks Outback's rear end as far as steaks. Is that true?
Honestly, I wouldn't say that. I think it has better variety than Outback. I'd probably go Texas Roadhouse, but the steaks I think are better at Outback.
No. All right.
Yeah, I like Outback too. They have good appetizers also.
Mario, we're going to take it to another level now. I got a few emails about Corey. You rattled off a list of great restaurants that you like to eat in. I respect your opinion. You were talking about Ian McNulty. You had some different takes. Yeah, Ian McNulty knows what he's talking about. But I think Ian McNulty's not from here. I think he loves his job. He's passionate about it. I think he embraces it. But I think Ian McNulty's job is to go to a bunch of new places as well as old places and trendy places. New chefs, award-winning places, Michelin star, all this stuff. And that's great. We need an Ian McNulty doing exactly that. But if you want a native New Orleanian that doesn't get caught up in the new trendy places that seem to come and go, or if I do, it's because multiple people I know that I trust told me you got to go to Joe Blow's restaurant. It's incredible. I'm like, Mo, you're the third person who told me I got to go to Joe Blow's restaurant, So I get like a little mini consensus and then I go. But I'm not wow, this new place on Vet's open. This new place on Magazine. Never heard of it. Looks good. The menu looks good. Let me go in and try it. I'm in New Orleans, This isn't a place where we, eat to live. We live to eat. We really look forward to lunch and dinner. And I'm built that way. I rarely eat just something crappy. I always try to get something good for lunch and dinner. It's just kind of a New Orleans thing. So anyway, I like, the more established places. I like the places that I go to and they're ridiculously consistent. You're going to get that meal you want, and it's going to be exactly like it was the last time and the time before that and the time before that. And it's going to be very good to excellent. So some of the restaurants that I like, and these are kind of more high-end type restaurants, mid to mid-high to high-end, and all different price points. Some of them are expensive. Some of them really aren't. Brightson's, I think, is one of the best restaurants anywhere. If you love New Orleans food like barbecue shrimp and speckled trout and duck and andouille gumbo or chicken and andouille gumbo or seafood gumbo or, crawfish bisque, things of that nature, Frank Brightson has you covered. And honestly, is it a high-end restaurant? You bet. Is it expensive? It's not cheap, but I think it's cheaper than what it could be. I think it's priced pretty right. Clancy's in Uptown is fantastic. There's not a bad thing on the menu. You need to go online, just Google Clancy's and pull up their menu. You'll be blown away. I mean, the pork chop, the smoked soft shell crab, the veal annunciation pounded so thin, like paper thin, big old piece of veal with some fettuccine Alfredo that's off the charts. The filet with that demi-glace, that sauce on top is to die for. I mean, the crispy chicken at Clancy's is fantastic. They'll have speckled trout with jumbo lump crab meat, almondine, just off the charts. Seafood gumbo, fantastic. That lump, jumbo lump crab meat salad at Clancy's in Uptown, off the charts. Patois right down the street, old Norby's roast beef when I was a kid, a block away from Clancy's. Fantastic. You got a date, you want to go on a date, something special? They have one table on the porch, a two-top on the porch outside, the only outside table at Patois. Le Petit Grocery on Magazine, outstanding. Great bar, great service, good restaurant. Another great dish there, like Clancy's, that crispy chicken at Le Petit Grocery, so good. The owner-operator, Chef Tenny, over at GW Finn's. They remodeled it a few years ago. It's in the French Quarter. GW Finn's has incredible array of local and national fresh seafood, and they know what they're doing over there. Speaking of seafood, Pesh in the Warehouse District, fantastic. Station 6 is in Bucktown. Allison Vega's old restaurant, really, really good. Commander's Palace, how can you go wrong there on Washington Avenue? Bayona in the French Quarter, Susan Spicer's flagship, still one of my favorites. The lamb, the shrimp with the coriander and the black bean, great appetizer. Irene's Cuisine in the Quarter, Irene's. Chef Nick, his mom Irene, the chicken rosmarino, chicken olive oil, garlic, new potatoes, the best version of that chicken dish anywhere. The crab meat au gratin at Irene's, the best crab meat au gratin anywhere. Got a few others to mention. No, we're lucky. We've got absolutely fantastic places to go eat all over Metro New Orleans.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet. Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen. Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City. Changing talk radio in New Orleans for the better. It's Corey Johnson on the Neutral Ground. Every weekday afternoon on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333 from 4 p.m. to 5:30.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Yeah, throughout Brightson's and Clancy's, Le Petit Grocery, GW Finn's, Pesh, Station 6, Commander's Palace, Bayona, Irene's. You know what was next on the list? Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Now, you can sit there and go, wow, this is a sponsor of Corey's show, you know? It is. But I was talking about them for 6 months before I ever, talked about them as an official spokesman for the restaurant. I was at Gallagher's in Slidell today, and I had that lunch special that I usually get at Gallagher's 527. That 3-course, $24 lunch special. It just can't be beat. I had the shish kebab, sizzling in butter with the green beans, 4 big chunks of filet with bell peppers and onions. Shish kebab, fantastic. Started it off with a salad, nice big house salad, tomatoes, croutons, great lettuce, purple onions, red onions. 6 different homemade dressings to choose from. It's not coming out of a 5-gallon bucket from Cisco. And then finished it off with that ooey gooey dessert. I told them I only want half. They brought me a whole, so I only ate half. I mean, it's decadent. Very sweet. It's like a hot brownie, like piece of cake, warm, hot. Then a scoop of vanilla ice cream and chocolate and caramel syrup. Just decadent. No, Gallagher's 527 is one of the metro area's best restaurants. I love it. You will too. There's nothing bad on that menu. Katie's in Mid-City. You know, USA Today had an article, 10 restaurants you have to go to visiting New Orleans. And it was very local oriented. It wasn't like Bubba Gump Shrimp. And it was from kind of low money things to high-end expensive places. Katie's in Mid-City is, like I say, the quintessential New Orleans neighborhood restaurant. Shrimp platter, po' boys, lots of seafood, and some items that'll blow you away. Lillette on Magazine at, Antonine Street? Lillette is fantastic. The hanger steak with the French fries, just kind of basic vanilla French dining with that demi-glace, that sauce it's just incredible. The sizzling shrimp appetizer at Lillette, really good. Doris Metropolitan in the French Quarter has some of the best steaks you'll eat anywhere. Now, I respect Doris Metropolitan and what they're doing with their sides, but I like regular steakhouse sides like onion rings and, cream spinach, au gratin potatoes. They don't have that type of stuff. They have different sides. But the steaks, the dry aging, you can get them like 21 days old, 35 days old. Just fantastic steaks at Doris Metropolitan. Patois, I mentioned them. Gabrielle on Orleans. Gabrielle is often forgotten by folks, sort of in the hood, down the street from God, I'm going blank. Dookie Chase. Right down the street from Dookie Chase on Orleans. Gabrielle. Trey Yen in Mandeville. It's not Chinese food, it's Chinese cuisine. Some of the best Chinese food in the region. I mean, when I think about it, I'm like, nowhere in Louisiana. I've had Chinese in Baton Rouge. Nowhere in Louisiana do you have better Chinese food than Trey Yen. There's no better Chinese in Mississippi. There's no better Chinese in Alabama. There's no better Chinese on the Florida Panhandle. Is there Chinese food on the Florida Panhandle? Boy, what a waste that is. So much money. All the tourists, some of the crappiest food in America, the Florida Panhandle. Expensive, small portions, not authentic, just crappy, not good. Highway 30A, you see those little blue stickers on the back of some affluent people's cars? 30A, that's a highway past Sandestin. Billions and billions of dollars with a B of investment. It's insane. It's wealthy. It's rich. It's crazy. And it's got a bunch of high-end restaurants that suck, that are terrible, that are awful. Now, you do when you go down there, you go to Publix, you grab food, and you cook at home when you go to the Panhandle. The restaurants are terrible. Yeah, I don't even know if there is a Chinese restaurant on the Florida Panhandle. Here's one that's going to kind of maybe shock you a little bit, but I'm telling you, in my opinion, it is clearly one of the best restaurants. Houston's on St. Charles Avenue. And I know it's a national chain. There are about 40 Houston's around the country. This company, Hillstone, owns Houston's. They have a few Hillstone restaurants, like in California, down in South Beach, Miami. They have a few of another restaurant called Gulfstream. I remember on Houston's, changed the Houston's on St. Charles Avenue from Houston's to Gulfstream. And it was just sort of a different version of Houston's. Houston's has these great pork spare ribs with a, kind of a maroon barbecue sauce, sweet. The Gulfstream had a beef ribs with a mustard-based, I guess North Carolina type barbecue sauce. Outstanding. No, Houston's, I guess, is a chain like TGI Fridays if you want. But it is really, really good. Now, it's expensive. Houston's is not cheap. But, I mean, like the spinach dip, the kind of the best version of that anywhere. And I know you're like, Corey cares about spinach dip. I hear you. Caesar salad, fantastic. As good a Caesar salad at Houston's as you'll get at any high-end restaurant anywhere. A fantastic Caesar salad. Cold fork, cold plate, great dressing, nice size portion. The filet at Houston's is an Allen Brothers prime filet. It's very marbled. It's ridiculously flavorful. It's the best filet mignon in Metro New Orleans, maybe in the South. It's fantastic. It's incredible. So Brightson's, Clancy's, Le Petit Grocery, GW Finn's, Pesh, Station 6, Commander's Palace, Bayona, Irene's, Gallagher's 527, Katie's, Lillette, Doris Metropolitan, Patois, Gabrielle, Trey Yen, Houston's. Now, there are a lot of new restaurants that are getting ridiculous acclaim. Akamaya, Safranola, Yakuza, Mamu, Dr. Jones, Porgy's, N7, Compere Le Pen, Coquette, Jewel of the South, Palm and Pine, Tana. Haven't been to any of those and have gotten sort of mixed reviews. I mean, I'm not a sweetbreads person. I don't want foie gras. I'm kind of a basic eater. I'm kind of a picky eater. I'll admit it. I'm not the best person, like if you want to, eat that kind of stuff. I don't really want to eat alligator or octopus, So a lot of those places specialize in that kind of this, how would I describe the menu? Kind of frou-frou or kind of, I don't want to say snobby, but it's like high end, kind of this elite level of cuisine, like sweetbreads. I'm not into that. I'd much rather get veal or steak or speckled trout or chicken or shrimp or whatever. Then there are a lot of places that I think are just, worth going to, like Dookie Chase, like Mandina's. I like Mosca's. I like going with friends to Mosca's, but I like the chicken at Irene's better than Mosca's, but I like Mosca's. Then they're the old staples like Brennan's and Emerald's and Restaurant August and Galatoire's, been there forever. A lot of good choices in Metro New Orleans to eat out. I'll post that on my Twitter soon. And I got to send it to a buddy of mine that we work out at Stacked Gym. This guy, Eric. He's like 66 years old. I remember going, man, when I'm 66, I want to be Eric. And then I was like, right away, I was like, the hell with that. I want to be Eric today. No, Eric and his wife, a group of us went to dinner or lunch actually at Bayona on the patio, the courtyard. Eric got the lamb like I got, and it was fantastic. And they're from Houston. They moved here about 5 years ago. And Eric's wife was like, man, give us a list of places where we have to go eat. I was like, I'll do it. So yeah, I'll post the list on my Twitter at Corey Johnson, and I'll send my boy Eric a little tweet or a little text with all those restaurants. Yeah, check me out on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter on X at Corey Johnson. You can check out the show live every day and after the fact. Check us out on YouTube, The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson. Click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It doesn't cost anything. And yeah, we're live on YouTube every day from 4 to 6. And you can check out the program after the fact. Speaking of after the fact, the podcast version of the show now on Spotify every weekday afternoon, 6 o'clock or so. You can check it out after the fact on X, Twitter. You can check it out after the fact on YouTube, and now podcasting on Spotify. And just about every day, we'll pull a few little clips from the program, little short takes. You can check those out on 5 different social media platforms: Twitter or X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just use the little search bar, put in Corey Johnson, Corey spelled Kaare, The Neutral Ground, and kaboom goes the dynamite. You're in business. I mentioned Trey Yen just a second ago, rattling off list of great restaurants. It's not Chinese food. It's Chinese cuisine. And I'll tell you something else about Trey Yen and those Wong brother gourmet chefs. They came here like 50 years ago. They embraced our local seafood bounty. They love the local seafood. Speckled trout, flounder, soft shell crabs, oysters, shrimp. It's endless. All local, all fresh, all with a Chinese twist. 5 Wong brothers, 5 gourmet chefs. Absolutely incredible. Tonight for dinner, make it Trey Yen in Mandeville. You'll enjoy it because it's not Chinese food. It's Chinese cuisine. It's Trey Yen in Mandeville tonight for dinner.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, insagency.com. Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, insagency.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Simlawn Artificial Turf Custom Golf Putting Green. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
This is a hell of a lot easier than when I delivered pizza in New Orleans. What the hell? We're all just blocking the street. We're all just blocking the street. Come on, I gotta deliver this pizza. We're all just blocking the street. Screw it. We won't stop blocking the street. Never stop blocking the street.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson.
Crazy times locally as far as coaching at the major college football level. Like LSU is looking for a head coach, scouring the country. Tulane is looking to retain their head coach because a lot of people around the country covet this guy. Mario Brothers, I have a little insider. I mean, a bunch of different sources, but just this one particular one's like, Auburn wants him. The deal is done. He's doing a deal with Florida, and it's very close. LSU has an eye on him. Virginia Tech, and just ... just like, it's just like overwhelming, just hearing all kind of different crap. And, I guess the best thing I would say is Tulane, you have a great coach, and the fact that he's being mentioned at so many places shows you how good of a coach you have.
Yeah, it's silly season. That's going to happen. But
Silly season is right.
Like I said in the prior segment, as long as they're in contention for the college football playoff, you could focus on the games and have a good time instead of worrying about all that stuff.
Now, one thing, Mario Brothers, you mentioned earlier, like LSU may have to wait for their coach. I do not see John Sumrall leaving Tulane if they make the playoffs. No way, no how, no shot. Just I know very little about John Sumrall. I've had him on the program about a half dozen times. I know him like most people do. I just think there's an honor level, an integrity level with John Sumrall, and I don't see him bailing. Now, I'm not knocking Lane Kiffin. As an LSU fan, I'd love LSU to get Lane Kiffin. He's a lot flakier as a personality than John Sumrall. Maybe Lane Kiffin's gotten older and wiser.
Yeah.
Sumrall's 42. Lane Kiffin's 50. At 42, Kiffin was all over the place. At Tennessee, leave Tennessee. USC, leave the Raiders. Just all over, just scattered, not committed.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kiffin's still like that, but I don't think Sumrall is built that way.
Yeah. And it's just one good season. We got to see how he finished the season with Ole Miss. But this time last year, he was not nearly this hot of a commodity. So we'll see if he's able to follow through with it. I mean, he still hasn't even been to an SEC championship, much less a college football playoff. So.
And you know what he's got right now? He's over a 2-foot putt, and he makes that 2-foot putt. He shoots his lowest score ever. He's got Temple. They're 5-5. The point is, he's I don't know if he's puckering up, but or all tight and feeling the pressure. But this Temple game is one of the biggest football games in Tulane football history.
Yeah.
They control their own playoff destiny. They lose, they're out. They win, they're in, and not in, but they continue to be alive. Temple's a viable team. That it sucks in a way because they're 5-5, and they've got players on the team that are legitimate. And some of their losses, like they lost to Navy by a point, they lost to Army by a point.
Yeah.
They could easily be like 7-3. 3-3 in conference. It could be like 5-1 in conference. So it's that close, Mario. And I think if Tulane goes in and plays like a 70-80% game, they lose.
Yeah, for sure.
They lose.
Tulane's not good enough to go in there and take anybody lightly.
No way.
John Summerall said that himself in his press conference. He straight up said that they're an average team. So just because somebody voted them as part of the top 25 doesn't mean they can go in there and take anyone lightly. They will lose.
That's what I love about Summerall, too. He's so cut and dried, just to the point.
Yeah, well, he coached under Saban, and so, it's...
Summerall coached under Saban?
I think at one point, right? He was an assistant at Alabama,
was he?
I want to say.
I don't think he ever coached under Saban.
I'll look it up. Either way,
he loves Saban, though.
He's got a bunch of his quotes.
Oh, no, are you kidding me? He's got all the stuff on his desk.
Yeah.
Literally right there.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, you're right. He never did. I thought he did.
Tulane, how do you keep John Summerall? I think, a lot of it's beyond Tulane's control. It's like last year, the North Carolina gig, it didn't fit. Summerall backed out of it. There was another, Power 4 job that he says he backed out of. So hopefully it all doesn't fit, Mario.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like he's been saying for the longest time, is focused on Tulane, and Tulane is in contention. Florida's not, Auburn's not, LSU's not. So Tulane fans should take solace in that.
No, plus, I mean, I'm not saying he's going to do this, but you wait another year, a whole slew of other jobs become available.
That's a good thing. He's not under pressure to do any of this. He's not under pressure to leave before the playoff. Like, the ball is completely in his court. None of these schools have like that much leverage. None of these schools are that good of a gig at this moment.
No, and Mario, you can get a great coach, can go into any program and make them great. You can have a great coach go to any program and make them great. But Nick Saban didn't leave Michigan State for LSU because I can really build Michigan State into an elite pro. I think he knew that it has limitations. Yes. Michigan, I don't know if Michigan State will ever be like a football power. So, places like Auburn, even Auburn, I don't know if Auburn can ever be just like a football power year in, year out. They're closer than, say, like an Ole Miss, an Arkansas, or a Missouri. But I don't think they're in that LSU, Alabama, Florida, Texas, Oklahoma level, Georgia.
Yeah. Well, good programs are good programs. You have brand power and facilities and resources, and all that matters. But at the same time, you have to hire good coaches at the end of the day. And Ole Miss did that with Lane when a lot of people didn't, want to take a chance on him. Auburn's been irrelevant for a while now because they haven't hired good coaches for a while.
Yep.
And LSU's in danger of that happening if they string together back-to-back bad hires, if they don't get the right guy to Brian Kelly. So that part of it is really important.
No, it's tough. I mean, generally speaking, I think you got a better chance of not hiring the right coach than hiring the right one.
Yeah, well, sometimes you back into like the right option.
Oh, second choice. Saban, second choice.
Yeah.
DiNardo, second choice. I think Les Miles was a second choice.
Coach O, too, was in that camp.
He was the 19th choice.
Exactly. Not the first is the point. So sometimes you back into, the hot name is not necessarily what's best for the program.
Yep. No doubt. The hot name is Lane Kiffin. Who knows what he's going to do? Lane Kiffin could be using all this, LSU in Florida, simply to get more money. And he already told Sexton, his agent, I'm staying at Ole Miss. Let's just juice it for more money so I can get more money, more power, more control. So maybe he's staying at Ole Miss. That wouldn't shock me at all. Takes the LSU job, wouldn't shock me at all. Takes the Florida job, would not shock me at all. Goes to the NFL, wouldn't shock me at all. I mean, who knows? Can't get inside this guy's head. None of this, would shock me. Coupled with, at least in the past, he's been pretty flaky. So Who knows what's going to happen with Lane Kiffin? Nobody can put the pulse on that guy, and figure out what he's doing. Only Lane Kiffin and Sexton know. It's scary, Mario Brothers. You've got a bunch of openings that Tulane has to hope John Summerall doesn't take a gig at some of these openings. Then you're going to have the openings, hire coaches from somewhere else, like Lane Kiffin from Ole Miss. And then Ole Miss has an opening all of a sudden. So it's like round one, and then there's a round two. So Tulane fans have to hope John Summerall gets through round one and round two. I mean, think about that. Hypothetically, Lane Kiffin goes to LSU or Florida. The Ole Miss job is open. If you don't think John Summerall would be a candidate for that job, you don't know college football.
Exactly.
Coach there, connection to the SEC.
Yeah. And some schools are desperate enough or realistic enough, I guess, to accept a coach that even just got fired. Look at Virginia Tech. They just hired James Franklin, who was Penn State's coach, and got fired. Would Brian Kelly be in play? He would probably just retire and ride off the sunset.
What a good hire by Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of limited.
Exactly.
They're like the Missouri, Ole Miss, Arkansas, even like in Auburn.
Yes.
They're second tier.
No.
They can't just go get whatever coach they want.
Exactly. And I don't see Brian Kelly taking any job, but some guys are like James Franklin. Instead of just taking the buyout money and chilling and doing anything, they would rather immediately coach another team.
Well, he's still getting the buyout money. Just subtracted off what he gets paid at Virginia Tech. And here's the gimmick, Mario Brothers. Franklin and Virginia Tech are like, watch what his salary is going to do. Like however long the payout is at Penn State, say it takes 5 years, okay? For the first 5 years at Virginia Tech, he'll be making $500,000 a year. Like $500,000 a year. And then year 6, when the Penn State money runs out, his salary go from $500,000 to $8 million.
Yeah.
Like the thing that Franklin and Virginia Tech have on their side, Penn State's paying his salary.
Yeah.
So they don't have to come up with a huge salary for him.
It's still wild to me that you just went through all that stress of like being big time head coach, Penn State, getting fired, not getting the job done, and immediately like jumping back into the fire and the stress of another job.
Oh no, I mean, these people, that's what they do. Franklin is a football coach, a college head football coach. What's crazy, Mario, is how ridiculously volatile college coaching is. Worse than the NFL or major pro sports. In September, like two months ago, I mean, he got fired a month ago. So go back to the firing date. 6 weeks earlier, 6 weeks, this guy had the number 2 team in the country. His job was as secure as anyone's job anywhere in America. There wasn't a person anywhere thinking for a second Franklin would be out at Penn State. 6 weeks later, 3 losses, he's fired. That's just unbelievable. Bianco, the Ole Miss baseball coach, the former LSU player, he's getting fired. They're letting him go. They backdoor into the NCAA baseball tournament, like the 64th team, literally the last team in. They win the whole friggin' thing. So one day he's literally getting fired in Oxford. He's got a few more days in Oxford. 3 weeks later, he's getting a contract extension and a multi-million-dollar raise in 3 weeks. College coaching is as volatile as it gets.
Yeah, it's wild in that regard. And they get paid a lot of money and they get the buyout money as well. But it's crazy that, like you said, you can go from being an elite team to being fired in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Or being fired to getting a raise and an extension because you ripped off some wins. In this guy's case, I think they won like 22 of their last 24, something like that. And got into the tournament as the last team and won the entire thing.
Yeah, that's
national
wild.
champs.
And you have some sense of control, especially in football compared to other sports. You draw plays and stuff, but you at the end of the day, you don't really control it. But it's your players that, are playing for your job.
Yep. If you go to my Twitter, my ex at Corey Johnson, the pinned tweet is a video of my backyard putting green and chipping green from LGD Lawn and Landscapes. New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes. You want a chipping area and putting green in your backyard? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen. Get an absolutely free estimate on installation of artificial turf, synthetic turf in your backyard. You're not interested in the putting or chipping area, the golf stuff, but you've got a pool in the backyard, or you got dogs in the backyard, or you just have a small patch of grass and you're tired of maintaining it. Let LGD Lawn and Landscapes come to your house, your backyard, and give you an estimate absolutely free on installation of artificial turf, synthetic turf in your backyard. No more puddles, no more tracking mud and dirt into the house. NOLA LGD.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spot. TM-AC.com, your cool spot.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com. Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe. Some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
The official afternoon talk show of the city of New Orleans. It's Corey Johnson on the neutral ground.
You can say anything you please about me, but don't say anything bad about Blue Boy.
Down, Blue Boy. Good buddy. If you need air conditioning or heat help in New Orleans or Baton Rouge, think Total Maintenance. Fair and Honest Lucas and the boys with a ton of techs and a sense of urgency because your AC or heat's not working right. You looking for air conditioning experts that'll take care of you? Total Maintenance in New Orleans or Baton Rouge. If you need AC or heat help, think Total Maintenance. TM-AC.com. TM-AC.com. That's Total Maintenance. Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latin X at the controls. He's fired up. It's a Popeyes dinner extravaganza at the Latin X household. What pieces do you eat, Mario?
I don't know. I like the thighs and not the wings, the drumsticks. What's it called?
Yeah,
Like the legs. Yeah,
drumstick.
those are probably.
I used to. I have 4 older brothers and sisters, So it's 7 of us. We would go get the 24-piece box of Popeyes.
Nice.
So you get 6 pieces of everyone. You get 6 legs, 6 wings, 6 thighs, and 6 breasts. I would knock out, I was like 8, 10, 12. They knew I wanted the drumstick. So I'd get like 4 of those and knock them out. Now I kind of, I went towards the breasts later in life, but the Popeyes breasts are just so damn big, Mario. When I used to eat it like 15, 20 years ago, literally, I'd be like, hey, can you pick me out some small breasts? I'm not kidding. They thought I was making like a joke. I'm like, I don't want that big old split breast that's like 3 inches thick. I want the smallest breasts. I'm like, think A cup, B cup. I don't want the double D. I don't want the stripper's breasts that y'all serve at Popeyes. It's just too damn big. When a chicken breast is like 3-4 inches thick,
It is big, yeah.
it's too big.
Yeah.
But the smaller ones I like more. It's the skin crunchy to chicken combo is right. You get too much meat and not enough skin and crunchies.
Yeah.
It kind of wrecks the whole Popeyes gimmick.
I like the chicken strips too. My old coworkers used to make fun of me for that, but I really like the chicken strips, especially the spicy ones.
You like chicken strips at Popeyes?
Yeah, the spicy ones, yes.
Better than Cane's?
Honestly, yes.
I did get the chicken sandwich like about 2 years ago, and I literally just got it plain because I didn't want to mess with the bread and all. I just grabbed the breast and ate it with my hand.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. The nuggets are the same crunchy as the chicken breast.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little thinner.
I thought the nuggets were pretty good.
It's a little thinner and crispier, the strips are, but it is the same, meat.
And you like it better than Cane's?
Probably, yes. I love Cane's, but I don't know.
You know what? The chicken tenders just look like total crap. Sonic.
Yeah.
They can't be good.
I've never had the Sonic.
They look terrible.
That is one thing I have not had.
Dairy Queen, too.
Yeah.
I don't know about Dairy
the strips,
Queen.
I don't know about the nuggets, but I've had the tenders from Dairy Queen, and they're pretty okay.
They're pretty okay?
Yeah, they're not like
Well,
great.
pretty okay.
Yeah,
that says it all.
They're eatable. Yeah, they're good.
Anyway, that's Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latinx. He likes fast food. I'm Corey Johnson. I don't. I used to love it. I was watching Bill Maher a few months ago. He's like, everybody likes McDonald's. Who doesn't like McDonald's? It tastes great. Everyone likes McDonald's. I'm like, me. I don't think it tastes great, and I don't like it. But I think people like it. I mean, they like Quarter Pounders, like Big Macs. They like the flavor and the taste. Not me. 78 and sunny. And boy, we got a good weekend coming. Rain expected tomorrow. Some rain. I don't know how much we're going to get tomorrow and Friday, but Saturday and Sunday, fantastic. And Monday, Tuesday, more fantastic. 60s in the AM, fading into the 70s every day. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Might even get into the low 80s, hit around 80 degrees, but lots of 60s and 70s. After tomorrow, Friday's rain. Cold front next week, mid to late next week. A week from today is Thanksgiving. A week from today, Thanksgiving. We might have a cold one, 40, 50 degrees on Thanksgiving Day. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I mean, it's Thanksgiving. It's November. I love the warm weather. I like that it's 70-something outside. Don't get me wrong. But I also liked last week where we got that cold front for like 36 hours, where it's like 40, 50 degrees. That's the great part about living down here. We get these cold fronts, and within a day or two, it's going to be back to 60 degrees. So I'm glad Thanksgiving could get some cold weather. Oh, Thanksgiving. We fool everybody in America. That old turkey. It's named a turkey for a reason. It's a turkey. Not very good. No bueno, El Turkey. There's a reason fine dining restaurants don't serve turkey. It sucks. You want to know what's worse than turkey? Turducken. The first 4 letters say it all. Enjoy your turkey on Thanksgiving. No, I've told the story too many times over the years. We used to have turkey every year. Knock it out. Gone. Turkey gravy, fantastic, piping hot, slicing it up, yummy. Oyster dressing, dirty rice, all the goodies, baked macaroni. Then one day, I don't know why, go to grab the Thanksgiving meal. There's a platter right there with about a dozen New York strips, fresh off the barbecue grill, got the char marks on and everything. Everyone grabbed a New York strip. And I had turkey too. The tradition. About half the turkey was left over. The next year, lamb chops and turkey. The turkey pretty much went untouched. And then year 3 of this transformation, I think we had a pork crown roast, didn't even have the turkey. My dad was like, we don't need the turkey. No one's eating the turkey. No, I get the tradition. I know I'm kind of being half serious, half funny, but mostly serious. I get the tradition. And hot baked turkey, fresh out the oven, sliced up with gravy, Thanksgiving. Who's not enjoying that? My whole point is, if you add any other protein next to the turkey, that protein will be gone and the turkey will remain. I mean, steak over turkey, you bet. Lamb chops over turkey, of course. Pork roast over turkey, yeah. Pork loin over turkey, yes. Chicken arguably over turkey, yes. Duck, yes. Speckled trout, flounder, soft shell crab, shrimp, oysters. Yes, 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 and yes. The only thing worse than turkey, turducken, where the first 4 letters say it all. Yeah, you right. Thursday afternoon edition of the program coming up tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Be here. A Fantasy Friday edition of the program. The usual suspects. We'll find out the latest and greatest on LSU's coaching search. Tulane trying to retain their coach. Saints, Pels, all that good stuff. Fletcher Mackle, Fridays with Fletch. We'll get the inside scoop with him. Michael Heck from Greater New Orleans, Seek Mañana. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, some good economic news for New Orleans. And we'll probably hook up with Scott Craig, too, over there at Katie's in Mid-City. Francesca Deli in Lakeview. Have a great Thursday night. Enjoy this weather. Get outside. Do your 10,000 steps like Bradley Schneller from Stack Coaching says. I'll see you tomorrow right here.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6 p.m.